2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room, hoping to put on a show for their fans here tonight. You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. DA, take it away.
Good evening, Kevin. Well, last season, Paul George had a homecoming. He said, as a kid, I pictured playing in LA. My parents being able to watch me at Staples. I'm not playing for the Clippers. This is home. I'm playing for the home team. It doesn't get any better than that. And Kevin, his family is backing him up. They show up to every game here.
Wow, what a story. David, thank you. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And now the Lakers starting group. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Montrezl Harrell, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot. Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Now Beverley, pass to George. And here's Leonard. No good on the triple. George against Davis. LeBron outside. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Howard. He gets that one.
And this is where Howard can be dominant. In close, his physical advantages then can take over.
Beverley feeling it out a bit. In the corner, George with it. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
Pass to LeBron. Shoots over Leonard. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Rondo.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Outside, George. A three-pointer off the mark.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
LeBron with it. George picks him up, and it's good for 2. James has got his second bucket tonight.
LeBron barely needs the pick to get some separation, but he used it well right there.
Beverley against Rondo. Now here's Beverley. He's guarded closely. Leonard, that's for 2. Off target from the wing.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
Davis with the bucket.
You see the weight that AD's added to his frame over the years. Now invites contact.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Over LeBron. And it's Leonard missing.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. What a beautiful play, and it was great timing. Then the athletic finish by AD.
Now here's Beverly with some arc. Second shot opportunity, and no problem from Harrell as he finishes at the rim.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Green. LeBron kicks to Green. The three ball gets the three-pointer to fall.
A tremendous floor spacer. Danny Green has that sniper's mentality.
Green against George. Poke loose. Here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Just 3 to shoot. From deep three-point range.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
He's looking for Howard and finds him. On the wing, James. He's covered by Leonard. LeBron dishes to Rondo. Good, and the assist goes to James.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Outside, George. Beverly with the ball. Here's Morris, and Davis sends it back.
What a play by Anthony Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nope, not on my watch.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Six to shoot. Goes up on the wing.
Coming after like a pit bull, Danny will get in your shirt and stop you cold.
Leonard against LeBron. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by James. Davis has got 6.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up. All right, and a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in blocks, 9th in scoring, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And you don't finish top 3 in blocks unless you're truly inspired. He combined supreme hustle with keen awareness. You've got to love this guy. From deep, George, and he's good on the 3-ball. 8 points for him.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Passes to LeBron. Lobbed up there for Howard. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Over Green. And that one's good, George. George has got 10 points.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Lakers also with a sub. McGee's checked in. So it's the Lakers now. They're leading by 8. And here's Rondo. To the inside. Davis. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, when we talk about AD as an athlete, a major component to that is his body control. Able to adjust off contact to finish the play.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls for Davis. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Here's James. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And James throws it down hard.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Now the pass to George. And then George with the jam.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Outside, Green. Davis against Morris. From 13, again the Lakers.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And the Clippers call time here.
And for
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Patterson comes in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Kawhi Leonard. The Lakers also changing it up. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Davis. Caldwell Pope comes in for Danny Green. And it's Avery Bradley in for Rajon Rondo. And they pick up 2. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Clippers trail by 11. George looking over the floor. Pass to Zubac. The 3. It's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
And he knocks down the first one. And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on.
And both free throws good for Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma is trying to be more of a team player. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he's starting to accept his role.
Now, here's Zubac. George passes to Patterson. Here's Williams. Beyond the arc. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Outside Bradley. Back to LeBron. Over Jackson. Another shot. The shot's good from McGee. And the Lakers lead by 15.
They are just killing them on the interior.
On the wing, George. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
And it only promises to get better coming into this season. These two squads are very evenly matched, and each game between them should be a blast to watch.
Williams against Caldwell Pope. Outside Bradley. Lets the three fly.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Jackson with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. McGee with the block, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to George. From the arc.
Yeah, but the defense is doing a pretty good job of contesting those long-range shots. They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
James against George. Back to Bradley. Fires for 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist in this one. Clippers trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Patterson finds Jackson, and he's going up for the alley-oop. Bradley with some nice D.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Now Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. In third, the Lakers.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Now here's James. 8 points for him. They get a hand on it. And the rejection by James.
When he blocks shots, they are usually on the highlight reel. LeBron James with another one.
And James throws it down hard.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Now, here's George. He's got 12.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 18. Left side, Williams. Zubac trying to break loose. Williams gets the bucket.
Good interior defense, but Lou Williams not to be intimidated, not to be denied.
Bradley up top, guarded by Jackson. Jackson against Bradley. Passes it to James. Fades back. No good on the shot.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Los Angeles Lakers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win. And there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together. We move the ball. We make sacrifices. And we enjoy getting stops.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Caldwell Pope out there with Avery Bradley. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint.
That quick burst off the pick allows Jackson to separate and get the look he wants.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
The pass to Patterson. Dishes it to Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Jackson. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. Rebound the Lakers. They led by as many as 18 points. Kuzma outside. Down low. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And these dunk attempts are just too easy for Howard. All he has to do is rise up, and he's golden.
Here's Beverly, feeds to Harrell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Dwight Howard.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Lakers shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
One of the most productive all-around players in the game. AD has already accomplished a lot individually. Next, winning.
Now here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. Outside Jackson. The Lakers with the rebound. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They kick it out to Green. Puts up a 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Green's got 6 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, DA. Thanks. The Lakers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt. You know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes it can take time, and then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
That one is no good.
And the former first overall pick in the 04 draft, Howard has had a stellar career, a dominant force who continues to frustrate the opposition.
While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. 5th best, Kawhi Leonard.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Rondo against Jackson. Now here's Rondo. Pass to Davis. Over Jackson. 5 on the clock. Here's Rondo. Jump shot is good. Rondo's got 5 now.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions. Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Rondo against Jackson. Pass to Green. To the paint. Here's Davis, and he uses the glass on the layup. 18 points for Davis.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. From 10 feet out, and it's Leonard missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
They grab their own miss. Here's Davis. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
No problems knocking that one down. 11 points in the game.
I'll tell you, that is such a quick pull-up. One of Jackson's more effective moves.
Now here's Rondo. 5 points in the game. Kicks it to Green. Here's Davis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
See, in the past, the contact might have discouraged Davis, but now he plays right through it.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
The Lakers making a switch here. McGee's checked in. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Here's Jackson. He's got 13. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Kuzma. And that one hits back iron. Lakers leading by 19. Davis kicks to Rondo. Morris against McGee. Here's Davis. And the shot is good. Davis has got 23 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Inside, and Harrell slams it in.
If you start the alley-oop, Harrell can usually finish it. He's an explosive big man with good hands.
Green against Beverly. Green dishes to Rondo. Kuzma outside. From downtown. Great D that time from Leonard. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 19. To the middle, here's Morris. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Morris against Davis. Lets it go from 11. They get it again. Morris trying to free himself up. And the rejection by Harrell. Williams, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. And they double up Davis. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's foul number 2 for him.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Patterson comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Patrick Beverly. That shot no good. Great D that time from Green. LeBron kicks to Davis. LeBron with it. He's got 12. Pass to Brantley. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Shoots over Zubac. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Bradley.
With that great length, quick off the floor, AD rising above to knock it in from mid-range.
And the Clipper, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Last season, he played outstanding. 5th in steals, 8th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation. Here's Bradley. Paul George making his last shot. James, the pass to McGee, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Hard to stop even when you know it's coming. LeBron waits for just the right moment, delivers the perfect pass.
Now here's Williams. Outside Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Lakers leading by 14. James kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to LeBron, and James throws it down.
The indestructible one, LeBron brushing off contact for the easy deuce.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Here's Bradley, following the score by Lou Williams. But they get it back. McGee, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. He has 6.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Williams scanning the floor. Outside, George hits it from three-point range.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
Lakers leading by 13. To the inside. The shot's good from McGee.
Beautiful pass. LeBron, fun to watch. Intelligent, outstanding read.
Stolen by McGee. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. Bradley's got his second basket of the night.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Leonard. He has 7. He kicks it to Patterson. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Over James. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter. James against Leonard. Outside for Davis. The pass to Brantley. To the right side. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit that one. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got our offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.